My name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast, and this is my Make It Monday for today. Today I'm going to play with the Christmas cracker die. I think that's what it's called. Cracker and treat box tie. That's what it's called. So I've been making a few of these today and they're really cute. And I've got a whole selection of them. I've made 4. So I'm going to show you how this die works. It's so easy. And I'm going to show you what I've done with some little diamonds that pop out from this die once you wind it through the cut emboss machine. I made this card. It's like a patchwork quilt card. So I couldn't let those little diamonds go to waste. So I shall put my phone up into the holder and we'll get started. Okay, so these are all the little crackers, Christmas crackers I've made using the Lights Aglow Designer Series paper. Yes, that's what it's called. So this one, here's another one, here's another one, another one. So they're so cute, and I've just tied them with gold twine, and this one's white baker's twine, and this one's the soft succulent ribbon. And then with the little, I'll show you when I make it, with the little diamonds that cut out from the die, I thought, oh, I can't waste those. So I've made this little patchwork card. So I'll show you how I did that. That's a little bit time consuming, so hopefully I won't take too long piecing all that together. I hope. But anyway, so in the annual catalogue you'll find the cracker, what's it called? Cracker and treat box dies displayed on page 45 up here. But the die itself is on page 170 here. So these are the little diamonds that cut out that I was telling you about. And you get all these other tags along with the cracker die. So I've used a couple of those. Yeah, so it's $63 this die. It's a standalone die. It doesn't match any stamp set or anything like that. So I just thought it'd be really handy for Christmas. And what else was I going to show you? The twines, I think. Oh, here's a lovely page of them all displayed in the various designer series paper. It looks so good. They've tied it with the white baker's twine. Looks so good. All different papers in the catalogue. So with the ribbon, the gold thread or twine I was using was the Simply Elegant trim. So you get gold and silver. You could also use linen thread. And then on this page, we've got all the different baker's twine you could use. I've used this ribbon. You could use the new metallic woven ribbon for the new in colours. You could use that as well. I don't have a colour that would match the cardstock I'm doing, so I can't use that. So there's quite a few options there to tie your little cracker up with. I'll put that down there, and I've got a couple of other things I need to talk to you about, but we'll do that at the end if I don't forget. So, let me put one little cracker die there. I'll put these ones out of the way, and I'll bring in my cut emboss machine. Okay, so this is the big cut emboss machine. You do need this one for the cracker die because it's needs the wider platform. So I'm just going to get that off. And the perfect paper, or the perfect size paper, is 6x6 paper, designer series paper. And the Lights Aglow Designer Series paper is 6x6, so that's why I'm just using that. I have bought about 3 or 4 packs of this because it's not very friendly when you're doing card classes. You tend to use a whole sheet for one card, so I've had to buy multiple packs. But that's okay. I have a really good use for it with this Christmas cracker. So I've just put that down, and I've just put a little bit of tape just to keep my die in place because I don't want it moving. So I'm just going to wind that through my emboss machine. Okay. Move that over. So I've had a pretty busy weekend this weekend. We had our on-stage event, Stamping Up on-stage event, and I've been down in Sydney, so I am doing this late Sunday evening. So these are all the diamonds that cut out, and I thought, I could throw them out, but then I couldn't throw them out. So that's why I'm doing this quite late Sunday evening. See, and this is all that's left from a 6x6 piece of paper. So I'm just going to cut that off, throw that little bit away, and put that, because I could use a strip of that for the inside of my card. So that's the Christmas cracker wound out. Now I will choose one of these. On this one I've done this little tiny teeny tag, and this is from a retired stamp set called Itty Bitty Christmas Greetings, or Itty Bitty. Anyway, it's retired, but it just was perfect for that little size tag. On one of these ones, I did this tag. So I might do that again in soft succulent as well. So I'll just grab a scrap of soft succulent. And I shall grab, but there's all sorts of ones, really handy little dies to have. So I shall put that, push my plates back over, put my little scrap of soft succulent down. I'll put it this way. And my top plate. So yeah, we had our on-stage event down in Sydney. So I was lucky enough to go to Centre Stage on the Friday night, which was a dessert and coffee night for Silver Elite demonstrators and above. And that was really enjoyable. There were about 40 to 50 people, I think, at that. And then on Saturday we had, on Saturday we had our all-day event. So it's always really tiring but really fun. So that's the cracker die. I'll pop that back in there. So we've got our hands on the new mini catalogue that comes out in January. So that's always exciting. And we get to do a product purchase premiere order because we attended the event. So all these things are really exciting when you're a demonstrator. Okay, now this die does, you can't really see it, but it does put little score lines in the treat, in the cracker die. And I'm not scoring them with my bone folder. I'm just pressing them over because you don't need to go to that extent. And then there's a score line there. So I'm just doing that as well because that'll help when I tie it together. That sort of just helps if I've already pre-folded that end. So I am going to put tear and tape here. You could use glue, but I think that would be a little bit messy. I've just run out of my seal, my not so strong seal. So I'm using my tear and tape. Oops. And isn't that always the way? You run out of something when you've just placed an order. And I thought, really? I did not know I didn't have a spare of that in my drawer. Anyway. I'm just burnishing that down because it's wanting to bring the sticky up as well. Now, you can't just do this and flap it over because it's an odd number. So you do have to kind of line it up the best way you can. And I'm still working out what the best way is. But I just put it into that fold and carefully press it down. And I have put a little bit on this end as well. But I don't do that at the same time. I do that separately. You could leave this with no adhesive on it, but I just think it makes the end of the cracker sit better if it's got a little bit of adhesive on it. So you can see how this is coming together. How easy is it to make a Christmas cracker? And I was hoping it'd fit 3 lint balls in, but it only fits 2. So this is a great little treat box for work colleagues, you know, I don't know, your hairdresser, your massage therapist. Thinking of all the people I go to. Okay, so this is the gold twine. So because this has got the gold foil in the designer series paper, I'm going to use the gold twine. The Simply Elegant twine. So, and I'm just going to, yeah, so it's nice that 2 little lint balls fit in it. So it's just a little nice thing to do, you know, give one to your barista that you go to every day to get your coffee. Or so I don't think my daughter watches my videos, but I won't be making hundreds of these, Olivia, for you. Even though you make a good coffee. I don't go to you every day because you work too far away. You're not on my way to work. And I'm having trouble getting this through because I'm just all fingers and thumbs because it's a video, as always. So I'm just going to pull that so that that's not quite such a big loop, and pull this one, and then cut and cut. And then on the other end, so easy. And it'd be nice to make them for your Christmas table, for your guests. You could use them like as name places, and, you know, cut one of these out and write the person's name on it. I did have one customer who bought the die, and she said she was going to use it like a gift card holder, but put some money in it for her grown up nieces and nephews. So that's another idea. I find it's really hard to tie when I'm doing a video. Okay, so what do I want to do? I want to do this. And the thread, I just find the threads harder to manage. The twines. What? It seems to be working okay. Okay, so there we go. I don't need my ribbon scissors again. So how cute and how quick. So I've got this one, and I am going to do the Merry Christmas from the Peaceful Deer because that fits. So I do like a sentiment when I know it works onto a little tiny tag, because normally you would stamp your sentiment first, but I'm doing it this way around. So if my head comes in, I apologise, but I have to try and line it up. Here we go. And because this set's photopolymer, that makes it a little bit easier to line up. It's not quite as difficult as if it was the Cling rubber stamp set. So that's from the Peaceful Deer stamp set. And I'm just going to get my mini dimensionals. So this is sort of more for the casual or avid crafter who's got a cut emboss machine and who's maybe got a few dies and, you know, embossing folders and things like this. So I'm just going to stick that on here. But you could see how you could make it as a name place, name tag for, I don't think I've stuck that centered and I don't like that. For your Christmas table, you could just cut these dies out and handwrite it with one of your journal pens, the person's name, to sit down at the table. So that's my cracker. And now let's get the card in. So I've already gone ahead and pre-cut a few things. So I've got my card base, and this time I've got soft succulent panel instead of the cherry cobbler panel. I'm just going to had a bit of glue on my cutting plate, I think, or just sticky. And I've used a layering circle die and the stitched rectangle dies from the annual catalogue. So this is a thick, very vanilla card base. I'm just going to, I might do this one portrait. I did a video the other day, and do you think I could remember the word portrait? I was really struggling to find that word, and I don't think I found it that day. Oh dear. Now, is this the right size? Yes, it is. Just seems enormous. So I might do a portrait. So it's going to go like so. Anyway, let's do some piecing of our... I don't think I need my tear and tape anymore. No, tear tape. I'll put that up there. So here are all my little not triangles, diamonds from my crackers that I've made. So now how many have I got? I've got 5. They're cute, aren't they? I think they're just so cute. All right, I'll stop being painful. Okay, so I'm just trying to think. If I do it... Now, what I might do is I might speed the video up so you don't have to watch me do all this, but I'm doing it a different way around. I know. So let me just make sure that this is going to work for this die. I better do it exactly the same way as I did this one. Yes, go that way, Denise. And then this way. I'll just do a little dummy run. Just to make sure. So it's like patchwork quilting. Oh, I probably got it down too low. Let me just bring that up. If any of you have done patchwork, there we go. Okay, so just bear with me and I will speed the video up so you don't have to sit here and watch me, you know, play. And actually I wonder if I could use my snail. So I'll speed the video up and see how we go. Okay, as you can see, I haven't pieced that very well tonight, but that's okay. I've worked out a way that we can get around that. So there's some little diamonds left over still. I was thinking, well, that didn't go so well. The other one worked a lot better. But it's okay. I know how I'm going to hopefully get around it. She says. Okay, let's see how we go. Otherwise, you know, it can be done. I did do this one with glue, so whether I had more wiggle room and I was able to place them better, I don't know. But we won't make excuses. And it is a little bit of a fiddly thing. Most people are just throw them in the bin. But, you know, not I. So I'm just layering this onto my other stitched rectangle. Okay, so let's bring our card base in. Now, the way I plan on getting around this is with ribbon. And I'm not sure if that's going to work because you can see through it, so no. You can see through that one, so no. I don't like that one. Okay, I'm going to use this one. So what I'm going to do is cover up my gap like so. Ribbon scissors to the rescue. So I'm going to put a little bit of tape on the back. This is where I want to attach my ribbon. So there's always ways to fix little boo-boos. Just ask me. I am the queen of boo-boo making. Is that even a word? I don't think it is, but it sounds good. Okay. Voila, we've covered up our little mistake. And I shall just put some more tape over the top just to secure that ribbon down because I don't know whether I want to put it on dimensionals or not. Okay, so that's going to make my card look a little bit different, but that's okay. We can work with that. Oh, I've got sticky everywhere. And there's gold in this foil, so I think I will lie it flat. So give me some glue. So we had lots of demonstrations and all sorts of things at On Stage. It was such a good day. So cool. Okay, so I might put it down towards the bottom like so. And I got a new punch. I got this beautiful new punch the other day called the Decorative Circle Punch. And it's always nice to have some punches in your craft supplies because I just like it. So I'm just punching out a piece of vellum because then if I use vellum, I can still see the patchworking behind, the not so dodgy patchworking. Is that straight? I believe it is. Okay, so, and see how I've got the vellum on this one? And I'll stamp a sentiment and attach it like so. And is that straight? I'm just looking. I think it is. Let me just double check. No, it's not coming up, so it has to be straight. It has to be straight. Okay, so I've got my vellum decorative circle, which I shall put up there. And I'll put my sentiment on that glue, glue, glue everywhere. Okay, so, and I'm going to use All Is Merry and Bright again. And with Evening Evergreen ink, I'm going to, look, see, it's the problem when you work with glue. You get it all over your desk and then on your fingers and then on your cardstock. There we go. Okay, let's go with this. So All Is Merry and Bright. Ta-da! And being on a circle, I didn't have to try and make sure I had it straight because I knew it was going to be straight because I could twist the circle around. So I am going to attach that straight to the back of my, straight onto the vellum circle, decorative circle. Like so. And as I said, with the vellum, you still get layering effect, but you can see through and still see what you're trying to show at the back. So with some dimensionals, I'll just pop that up. There we go. So I've covered my boo-boo with my placement not being quite as accurate as this one. It looks quite different, portrait and landscape. So I'm going to stick that, maybe sort of sticking up a little bit, like so. And I'm going to get my ribbon and I'm going to make a bow, I think. Shall I make a bow or shall I just, let's have a look. Let's have a look. So there's a really good sale starting on Tuesday, the 15th. It goes for 4 days. It's the seasonal 2022 seasonal sale from the annual catalogue, and there is bargains to be had everywhere. I'm just trying to get this right, so, and then I'll get my flyer that I've printed out. Now, why? I've got glue on my fingernails. Honestly. I just want to make it a little bit smaller. But every time I try to make it smaller, it loosens. There we go. Let's just go with that. And I'm going to put it this way. So my ribbon scissors. It's still a bit bigger than I want. It's probably because it's satin and it's slippery. You can just play with bows forever and a day. But I won't. And I will get a glue dot. And we shall stick that there. I might trim it down a little bit. There we go. I've never struggled with a card so much in my life. Well, I might have. I just can't remember. Okay, so then I shall get my bling down. And I'm going with my festive pearls because it's part of this suite and I love it. So I put the red ones on this card. Don't have any gold left on that packet. but on this packet I do. So I shall go with some gold, I think. I'll put one there. Put 5 on that one. But I don't think I'll do that. I might just put that one like that. Yes, I have got glue everywhere. So that's my card and my cracker die. So I've got that strip of paper that I might trim down and put inside. I will. I'll just trim it up. Look, let's just do it now. And I will finish telling you about the special. So we'll go 2 centimeters or 1.5. 1.5. There we go. I'll keep that. You never know. And I'll just take that little bit off. So that's used a whole sheet of 6 by 6 to make the cracker and get a few more diamonds. And then I'm just going to trim the card up with this piece of paper. So it's put the whole piece of 6 by 6 to good use. And I like that. So I think I'll be making quite a few of the crackers. Maybe not so many of the cards because they are a little bit fiddly. But I just wanted to show you that you can, what you could do with the cutouts. Just left a little border there. I haven't trimmed the inside of this one, but I will go back and do that. So there you have it, and all the cracker dies. How cool are they? So let me get back to the sale. So starting on Tuesday, and going for 4 days, so Tuesday to Friday, in the annual catalogue, you'll get 20% off all dies. This cracker die, wherever I've put it. Oh, here it is. So I believe it's $63. I think that's what I said at the beginning of the video. Yes, $63. You'll get 20% off that price. So that's $12.60 off. So all dies in the annual catalogue are 20% off. All embossing folders in the annual catalogue are 20% off. All non-specialty designer series paper in the annual catalogue is 20% off. All stamp sets are 15% off, and all punches are 10% off. So this punch is $34, so you'll get $3.40 off that. So that starts on Tuesday and goes for 4 days. It's a fantastic sale, so hop onto my blog and shop online with me if you want anything from the annual catalogue. It doesn't include this paper because this is in the holiday mini catalogue, but it does include this die and this punch and these dies, the circle dies. The other promotion that's running for the month, or from now till January the 4th, is the fitting florets. The framed florets bundle will be in the next mini catalogue from January to April, but these embellishments, the framed and festive stamp set, and this gorgeous fitting florets designer series paper is only while supplies last or until the 4th of January. So that's available as well. That's not part of this annual sale. The seasonal sale is just the annual catalogue. So be sure to see if you want to grab yourself a bargain with that sale that starts on Tuesday. So that's my Makeup Monday for this week. It's a little bit rough and ready because I've been on stage and I'm a bit weary. So I hope you've enjoyed that and just see what you can do with offcuts from dies. and how you can fix a mistake. See? Aren't I clever at showing you how to fix mistakes because I make them all the time? Beautiful punch, that's going to be 10% off. So layering circle dies will be 20% off. And the cracker and treat box die will be 20% off. So grab yourself a bargain or a Christmas gift for a crafty friend. And I shall see you. I'm going to start doing Facebook Live on a Wednesday evening at 7:30. So I shall see you on Wednesday night at 7:30 for my new Wednesday Facebook Lives. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye for now.